My name is Rafael, you're watching Rock Our Garage, and today we're going to talk about why David Bowie had two different color eyes. Well, he actually didn't, but I'm going to explain to you. But first, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave your comment. Well, the thing is, David Bowie wasn't born this way. And it was after a fight that his eyes looked like had two different colors, but they actually didn't. But I'm going to tell you the story right now. Well, as you know, Bowie was a chameleon. He was an incredible artist who really did everything in music. One of the most versatile artists of all time, not only in terms of music, but in fashion, the way he looked, what he did with music, what he did in life. He was an actor and etc. He was a complete artist. And obviously, a lot of things were important in his career. And, you know, looking like you had two different color eyes is just incredible. You know, it really was good for his enigmatic persona, and you know, it gave him a mysterious look, let's say like that, you know. And he even said it was a good thing, and he even said he thanked his great friend called George Underwood. And that's what I'm gonna tell you right now. Transformation, this eye transformation, let's call it by that, occurred when he was still a teenager and got into a fight with the friend George Underwood. The thing is, they met each other when they were only 9 years old, and they remained close from then on. However, when they were teenagers, about the age of 14, they were both attracted to a girl called Carol. And Carol agreed with to go out with George, not with Bowie. And they talked about meeting each other after a party one night. And, you know, they set up the place. Oh, we're going to meet at that local bar and etc. However, knowing that, Bowie told George after a while that she no longer wanted to go out with him, and you know, they wouldn't see each other that night. And George believed in Bowie, and it was a lie, obviously. And later on, somebody informed Underwood that Carol was still waiting for him about an hour already, and he didn't appear, and she was still waiting for him at the bar. So he was furious, obviously, and in the following day he decided to punch Bowie in the face, and that ultimately paralyzed Bowie's iris, giving the impression that one of his eyes was a different color, and also in photographs it also magnified the red eye effect from flash photography. So that punch, when he was about 14, made Bowie look like he had two different eye colors, but it was just the iris paralyzed, and it gave the impression that one of his eyes had a different color. And Underwood recalled this incredible story in an interview with BBC recently, and this is what he said. He said, "I decided to go down the youth club anyway a little bit later on because I'd never been there before, and her mate came out shouting, 'Where have you been? Carol's been waiting for you for over an hour.' I thought, oh, Davis told me a porky pie here." And he then recalled that in the following day, another friend convinced him that he should stick one on Bowie, and he went over and just whacked him in the eye. And this is what George said: "It was horrible. I didn't like it at the time, but of course later on, lo and behold, he says I did him a favor." So Bowie said that George did him a favor because it's given him this enigmatic, otherworldly look. That's what George said. And they became friends again shortly after that, and they even played together in two bands, one called the Conrads, and they will still later on form King Bees. And obviously Bowie ultimately achieved success as a solo artist, and they remain good friends. And Bowie even invited Underwood many times to go on tour with him as a friend, and he even told to Underwood to bring his wife along. And the interesting thing is that Underwood even tried to become a musician. He released one album under the name Calvin Jones, but he felt like the music business wasn't meant for him, and he decided to become an artist. So he became an illustrator, working for, making book covers, and then album covers. And he even was the responsible person for some of Bowie's most famous album covers. And for example, he did the cover of T-Rex, My People Were Fair and Had Sky in Their Hair, but now they're content to wear stars on their brows. Released in 1968, this T-Rex album. Also Futuristic Dragon, released in 1976. He also did the famous cover of the Mott the Hoople album, 1972 album, All the Young Dudes. And when it comes to Bowie, he did two album covers. The first one, Hunky Dory, released in 1971. And the second one, The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, released in 1972. So the good thing is that they remained friends, and there were no hard feelings. And Bowie even said that George did him a favor when, because of the eye thing. And it's one of those crazy stories about rock and roll and rock stars. And I hope you liked the video. Please don't forget to subscribe, leave your comment, tell me what you think. And if you want to read more about this, you can go to the description and read the article we wrote about that, okay? And visit rockandrollgarage.com. Thank you for watching, and I see you later.